This is a BNB technical analysis. So Binance founder and CEO is feeling some heat from the SEC, and yesterday he lost $1.4 billion from his net worth. But we're looking at the technicals and we're not minding the news that much. I mean, it is triggering this analysis as a news event. But other than that, we're looking at where the next price junctions might be. Those that are interested to look at that. So we have the volume profile here on the horizontal trading range, and price is now at the POC. This red line is the point of control, which is at about 274, 275, and price is just above it. And please note the value area low at 209. If price gets there, in my humble opinion, that would be a legitimate entry point to start scaling in along. And I'm saying do not go all in and on a big budget, because that would also be very close to the 200 round number. And as you can see over here, there's also some offshoots from that key level, but that would be definitely, or just above it at 211 would be for me a time to scale in the long, for example, 20% of your buy and keeping the 80% for possibly lower prices. I'm also looking at this green trend line. Some algos and traders will be looking at that, and I am on the weekly time frame. If, for example, next week or maybe this week still, we will be getting to, you have to draw that line on your chart, but it should be around 257 or so. Then that could also be a legitimate entry point for a scalp, at least, or a short swing trade. But then if it gets there and goes back to the POC, that might be a place probably for at least significant partial profit taking. Those that do grab a buy, I mean, the potential is for later. I mean, after this, if and when the dust settles, is to go back to the 450 semi-round number and the value area high. So let me give an example. I mean, right now it's in short, okay, and it's it's worth looking how it would bounce from this POC, if at all. I mean, we could easily have also some late short sellers that will need to cover soon. So we might, get something even like this, going back to the 20 EMA on the weekly and just jittering around here a bit, right? Um, but it is in short, and those that are patient, I mean, if we have a bit of a capitulation all the way to the value area low, as mentioned, then let's check out a buy over here. Okay. I mean, a lot of times, as Warren Buffett said, um, the market is a mechanism from moving money from the impatient to the patient. So if you're able to be patient on crypto, which is almost, I mean, that's kind of funny because it's really hard to do, right? A lot of the participants, at least in the retail sector of Forex, are really impatient. But if you're able to be different, then perhaps you can be catching something like this. So now, if you're catching along, let's say at the entry at 210.9, okay? Now your stop could be below this low here of 9th of May, okay? Which would be, in this case, let's put the stop below the 200 round number. Okay, let's put it like this, for example. Now, it's not a little bit, it's still 6.83, and you might need to adjust your long position size because to accommodate this sort of risk. But if you catch and it starts going up, you can also um, basically take partial profit off, thus reducing your risk. You could also uh, take partial profit and raise the stop You cannot take partial profit and just raise the stop. So you have those combinations. We won't go into that. But uh, for a longer term buy, you could go back to the point of control. Okay, you're already at 4.35 reward versus risk. And then also, you might, if you're really patient and somewhat fortunate as well, I mean, you could basically ride this for 111% upwards, and that's a 16 over 16 to 1 um, reward versus risk. Now, there's about 17 other trades that I can do here on other time frames as well, if not 117. But I wanted to show you where we are as far as the boundaries on a bigger time frame, as far as the volume profile and where we're at. And note that if this is not protected currently, then do note that green line as well. And if later that breaks down, definitely note the 210 and 200 round number. Trade at your own risk. Do return to Forex Live for additional perspectives, and good luck to Binance on its attack with SEC. Uh, and have a good week. Thank you.